The interrogation chamber aboard the Zephyrian warship Silent Judgment had been designed to break the strongest minds in the galaxy. Psi-dampening fields hummed in the walls, bioneural interfaces could parse thoughts faster than their owners could form them, and at the center of it all sat Master Veil Reader Kythera, the most feared telepathic interrogator in 7 star systems. Captain Marcus Chen sat across from her, his hands cuffed behind his back, blood still cruising down his temple from when they dragged him from his destroyed scout ship. He looked remarkably calm for someone whose vessel had just been atomized and who now faced mental dissection by the galaxy's premier mind reader. Human, Kythera's voice resonated directly in his skull, bypassing his ears entirely. Your pathetic species believes they can hide secrets from us. We have extracted confessions from crystalline beings whose thoughts move faster than light. We have torn memories from hive minds containing billions of individuals. Marcus said nothing. He simply watched her with those unsettling brown eyes that seemed almost amused. Kythera's four-fingered hand extended toward him, her pale blue skin beginning to glow with psionic energy. Your military base locations. Your fleet positions. Your defensive capabilities. I will have them all within minutes. She pressed her palm against his forehead. The scream that erupted from Kythera could be heard 3 decks away. Her body convulsed, her eyes rolled back, and she collapsed backward, her chair clattering to the floor. The bioneural interfaces sparked and died. The psi-dampening fields fluctuated wildly before failing completely. Security guards burst through the door as alarms blared throughout the ship. They found their master interrogator unconscious, her skin flickering between blue and an alarming shade of gray, while the human sat exactly where they'd left him. Still cuffed, still bleeding, still wearing that same slight smile. When reinforced by 3 other telepaths working in rotation. Fleet Commander Zarthek stood over her, his mandibles clicking with concern. What happened? He demanded. The entire psionic array went offline. Half the ship's telepaths are suffering from feedback trauma. Kythera's voice came out as a whisper. Commander, we need to talk. Privately. Once they were alone, she struggled to sit up, her hands still shaking. The human, what do you know about their species' evolution? They're primitive apex predators from a death world. Violent, territorial, resilient. Why? Commander, Kythera's eyes were wide with something approaching terror. Do you know what it's like inside a human mind? Zarthek's mandibles stopped clicking. Explain. Imagine standing in the middle of a war zone that's been raging for 200,000 years. Imagine thoughts that move like lightning through a storm of barely contained violence, joy, sorrow, rage, love, and terror all existing simultaneously. Imagine instincts honed by millions of years of hunting and being hunted, overlaid with intelligence that's constantly questioning, analyzing, creating, and destroying. She paused, her breathing ragged. But that's not the worst part. What is? The worst part is the noise, Commander. The constant, endless noise. Every human carries the voices of every ancestor who survived long enough to reproduce. Every trauma, every triumph, every moment of desperation that kept their bloodline alive. It's all there, all the time, just beneath the surface. Zarthek felt a chill run through his exoskeleton. And they live with this, chaos. Live with it? Kythera laughed, the sound bordering on hysteria. Commander, they don't just— Commander, I've been inside the minds of void spawn and chaos entities. I've witnessed the thought patterns of beings that exist in 11 dimensions. But nothing, prepared me for the beautiful, terrifying madness that is human consciousness. She looked up at him with haunted eyes. They don't have special weapons or superior technology. They are the weapon. Every single one of them is carrying a barely contained supernova of consciousness that could break most telepaths just by existing too loudly. In his cell, Marcus Chen sat quietly, wondering why the guards kept staring at him through the viewport. He'd been hoping for a decent meal and maybe some information about why they'd attacked his ship. He had no idea that he'd just redefined humanity's position in the galaxy simply by thinking his normal, everyday human thoughts.